There's a lot that happened today. Today was pretty eventful, and it may not have been as eventful as some people wanted it to be. I think some folks thought it was going to be more than what it was. Let me make an adjustment here. But still eventful nonetheless, with the indictment of Paul Manafort and the indictment or the pleading guilty of George. I pronounced that man's last name. Dopalop. I want to call him Stephanopoulos. But the foreign aid, the foreign advisor for Donald Trump during the election. The Mueller investigation sent down several indictments on Friday, and it took the entire weekend. Now, before I go any further, can I just say George Papadopoulos? No, that's not what I wanted to say. Can I just say that it must be nice to be able to walk yourself into the FBI building and turn yourself in on your own terms. Even though what he did, Paul Manafort, what he did got him a $10 million bail and house arrest. Even though what he did was that significant, he got to turn himself in. He got to walk in as though it was just, no big deal. George Papadopoulos was an official in Donald Trump's campaign, and he turned himself in on October 5th, or rather, he pled guilty on October 5th, which is almost a full month away. And since then, goodness, what is this man? Papadopoulos. What the hell kind of? First of all, what the hell kind of name is that? Who is this dude? What are you, Papado? I'm gonna call this dude Papado, George, whatever the hell his last name is. He was seen going in and out of the special counsel in Bob Mueller's investigation, meeting with him since October 5th, since he pled guilty. Now, the things he pled guilty to was straight out lying to the FBI probe. Yeah, so the audio is clearly coming from somewhere I don't want there. So let me make a quick tweak while we're working. So he has since the beginning been, since October 5th, he has been working with Mueller. And I think, quite honestly, this is where he's going to get Donald Trump. If there's anything on Donald Trump, it's going to come from Paul Manafort turning state. And again, there was 12 charges to his indictment today. Money laundering, which seems to be the most prevalent one, being a registered foreign agent, or incorrectly registering, not registering as a foreign agent. This is in his time, probably when he was a consultant for Turkey and was not properly registered. The thing about that, though, if you think about that, there are other people who have that same problem, right? So it's not going to end with Manafort. Tony Podesta of the Podesta Group, the Democratic-leaning organization, and Tony Podesta resigned today. And he is also likely to face charges of being improperly registered. But we'll get to the Podesta Group in a minute. But with Paul Manafort, there was one charge that a lot of people kind of just went right past and didn't really talk about. The first and foremost charge, which was conspiracy against the United States of America. Now, that can be a litany of things, and that could be the opportunity for collusion. And here's the thing about it. You guys know I run in a lot of different circles. I run in neoliberal circles. I run in progressive circles. I run in socialist circles, extreme left circles, Antifa. I check them out on sundry times. And quite a few of my circles feel like there's absolutely nothing to the Russian investigation. And My thing is, how do you know this? What information do you have other than a statement of faith that you don't think that there's anything to this? Because that's really what you boil down to at this point. You don't think that there's anything to this, but in actuality, all we can do is let this play itself out. And once it plays itself out, then we can find out, was there something to it or not? It could very well end up being nothing to this, right? But we have no more evidence right now in the public space to suggest that there's nothing to this than we have in the public space to say that there's absolutely concrete. What we have in the public space is a lot of lying from the Trump administration, which is in and of itself could become the thing that brings them down. I mean, sometimes it's not even the controversy that you're being accused of that brings you down. It's the lying, the subsequent lying that ends up bringing someone down, and the obstruction of justice. You know, that's one charge. If by the letter of the law, if Donald Trump asking James Comey at that dinner, that infamous dinner, to forget about the issue of Michael Flynn, if by the letter of the law that is obstruction of justice, that in and of itself could be enough to bring down Donald Trump. So my advice to everyone is, let this play itself out. Let's see where it goes, because none of us are in the investigative room. None of us are there with that evidence. And anyone who's making a bold statement in one direction or the other is really making a statement of faith, not based on evidence. And, you know, I only have one place that I do that in. That's religion. That's a religion. I don't have any reason to believe this stuff as a religion. I'm not that bought into this narrative one way or the other. This is like one wonderful place that I could just sit back and actually have full journalistic integrity without any bias competing with the integrity. I mean, I am 100% biased in the progressive direction. I mean, yeah, like I'm not even in this game to try to be an equal side, like the same sides, or what is it? The false equivalencies that the other side is the same. That's not the game. I'm not here for that. You can go to, I don't know, you can go to any number of these outlets for people. I'm 100% about pushing a progressive agenda because I think that's what America needs. And in this case, Russia, I have no horse in this race. I don't care one way or the other. It doesn't move me one way or the other, with the exception of this would be a fascinating turn of events if Donald Trump gets taken down either by his own actions with a possible obstruction of justice with James Comey vis-a-vis Michael Flynn, the Michael Flynn investigation, or Paul Manafort, who has the possibility of 84 years in jail, $10 million bail bond, and he is on house arrest. They had to surrender their passports. I mean, yeah, if he has anything on Donald Trump, you better believe he's getting ready to turn state in no time flat.